my dad really liked to see me work, so he bought a tile plow and stuck me about 4 feet in the ground, and he got to dig with the backhoe and I got to dig with the shovel. And I learned how poor our soil really was. Over the years we've degraded it, and so I got to be in that trench 4 feet deep, smelling the soil, which was really stale and dead, and couldn't find any earthworms. And then we did a crazy thing. My dad wanted to plant a cover crop. Didn't know it was a cover crop back then, but we planted it, and literally the next year when we were combining, my dad got a hold of me and said, "Hey, what'd you do out there? This yield is fantastic."
What he's doing is really utilizing the soil health principles to regenerate the soil. And so he has a mixture of different types of row crops. He's got sunflowers and small grains and corn and beans.
He's got a lot of diversity, a lot of biodiversity. He integrates livestock across all his acres.
The cows are pretty much doing all the work for us. Instead of having them locked in a pen, when you let have to come and scrape the pen, load up the manure and go spread it, they're just doing it all here for us. And I mean, that's a lot of nutrients and stuff for the soil.
It's kind of like farming like Mother Nature was, and going back to the way that it was in the Midwest and in the Great Plains, back in the day, or as close as possible, right? So you need diversified crops, you need animals on the land, and you need to basically mimic above ground Mother Nature so that the life under the soil can be harnessed to make really nutrient-dense food.
He's got some fields where he has strips of sunflowers and then a strip that he'll use for grazing, a mix of cover crop species, and another strip of sunflowers. So when we're looking at how we can regenerate the soil and put carbon below ground, we're looking at these things that are going to actually help to increase carbon flows, and having plants growing as much as possible, which he has with the diversity of the plants that he has growing, and then stimulating activity by the plant, photosynthetic rates, to get that carbon going below ground through grazing, and the management that he has put in place is just amazing to me.
Tom is a true leader in soil health. He helped get the coalition started. He was a board member. He's a mentor of the coalition. He hosts lots of field days here on his farm for consumers, for farmers, for food companies. And he goes around the state speaking and educating at all kinds of other field days, taking his knowledge and experience and helping others get soil health established.
I love coming to field days. I love bringing new people to the farm, and our consumers, people who are interested in this stuff. I love that Tom opens the doors to his community down there. The more of that we can do, the better.
If we want to be able to really regenerate soil, we need to have livestock and animals as part of that management tool.
My dad's definitely been, I would say, a little bit more lively, energetic. He goes around, and I'm present at a lot of these conferences and expos that he talks at, and he's just he gets the crowd going pretty well and wants everybody to be lively, wants everybody to be engaged. So you can kind of see that as just something he's excited for, which is really cool.
We'll put the organic in there. Never drops a blister. I'm all about biology. I really like what it gives to me. And of course, these sunflowers bring in pollinators, bring in, like we saw, just a hummingbird right now, and bees. Bees are crazy out here. Monarch butterflies are around. I'm 40% organic and 60% no-till. And I really like that because I get to see both sides. Most no-till guys just think, oh, the tillage is bad, and the tillage guys on the organic side think it's the chemicals bad. And really, it's not a battle of which is worse. It's really a battle of trying to limit everything, all disturbance, and that doesn't matter if it's physically or chemically. I try and reduce everything down and do as much as I can with plants. Control weeds with plants. Control tillage with plants. Breaking compaction. So
The financial side is a really important part of soil health. We know that these practices lead to reduced inputs, and Tom's able to use a lot less nitrogen, a lot less phosphorus, a lot less potassium, making his profit per acre increase. But also, if he's facing a loss from a weather event, he's able to then turn that loss into feed for his cattle, mitigating that loss. That integration is critical for the finances. And then in addition, he's able to get 2 different crops off of it. He gets his cash crop, and then he gets his cover crop, which turns into cattle feed. That can be a ton of money per acre that he was able to avoid having to take forage and hay and just graze the livestock, spreads the manure evenly. He doesn't have to do any of that work, no bed pack, no hauling manure. And profitability wise, 2 crops in 1 plus livestock, it's the way to go.
My dad's a busy guy. I mean, he was a lot more a few years back when he was just doing all conventional. And then along with the livestock, just constantly, sometimes he'd pull me out at midnight and we'd have to go pull a calf. Just constantly go, go, go. But with what he's doing now, it's just freeing up some more of his time where he can, not do as much input on his fields or step away from something whenever he needs to. Just take a little break, take it a little bit slower. The ground and cover crops are kind of doing all the work for him now, which is the way it kind of should be.
I can see soil health, I can smell it, I can touch it, I can hear it, I can taste it. And people ask, well, how do you hear soil health? Like, I can hear worms pulling residue into the ground. I can grab a plant, and as I pull that out of the ground, it rips. And that means that plant is grabbing onto the soil, and the soil is actually grabbing back and holding on to that plant. I can see it, of course. When you see diversity, that's soil health. There's no doubt about it. I can taste it. Every plant I grow, I always grab it and sample it.
My mom's constant support and patience, I mean, you gotta be able to have that if you're married to a farmer.
My wife has really taught me that, happiness is priceless. Money comes and goes, and you will always be up and down and everything, but if you can be happy and loved and have a good family and take care of the land, boy, that's just priceless. We're not doing this for awards. We're doing this because it matters.